What's good, YouTube? It's Almighty TK Gaming here, back with a new video on the NBA 2K20 My Player Builder, where I'm going to show you how to make your My Player from a bum to a demigod. Let's get it. Let me first start off by telling you, make a point guard. The smaller players matter this year. They made speed worth everything. The first thing you want to do is find the first pie chart that fits your playstyle. Me, personally, I like to dribble, I like to create my own shot, I like to create for others, and I like to shoot the ball. With a little bit of me being able to, attack the rim. So, the best one for that was what some would call a sharpshooting playmaker from last year. But the NBA 2K My Player Builder is going to say an offensive threat. Now, I'm showing you my stats I raised here and there. The most important part of this video is the stats and the badges. Stats and badges go hand in hand, they correlate with each other. The amount of stats you have in one category raises the amount of badge points you have in that category. When you picking your stats, you have to be mindful of that. The lower the stats you have in a certain category, the lower amount of badge points you get, which means the low amount of badges you can get for that category. Let's say I don't raise nothing but lateral quickness in my defense. The chances are I either get 1 to none defensive badges because of that. The more stats you raise in certain categories give you more badge opportunities. Even if the stats aren't useful to you the way you play or your My Player, they still give you more badge opportunities. Like I raised my post fade, which is not useful, but is somewhat useful. It gave me more opportunities for more shooting badges, which made my player overall better. Cause now I can equip more gold badges. But that's enough for all the stats. Let's get into the way I made my player. His height, his weight, his wingspan, his body type. I've been asking for at least 3 years. Make a skinny player but a bulky body, you feel me? Out of all the body types, I went with burly. I was really in between burly and built, but burly looked the most bulkiest, and I want to be able to move a defender out my way. I also went with 6'4" in height, so I want to be at a height disadvantage, so I can play better defense, but still be able to keep my speed. Then I went with minimum weight, because with me going minimum weight, I get an increase in speed, acceleration, and lateral quickness, which overall helps me on defense. Then I went not minimum wingspan, but a couple notches underneath the fault, because I don't want to be at a disadvantage where I can't get a contest on somebody that's just 2 or 3 inches taller than me. But I don't want to have too long of a wingspan when I lose my ball control and my shooting. But now it comes down to the takeover. Me, personally, I'm a shot creator native. I've been a shot creator since 2K17. I started off 2K17 with a stretch big, but ended 2K with 2 shot creators and a whole point forward. And I love the build ever since. But the way this My Player is built, I can be a shot creator on a Monday and be a playmaker on a Tuesday, and shit, fuck it, be a sharpshooter on a Wednesday. That's the nice cool feature this year. So, but overall, I'm just gonna stay to my native roots and be a shot creator. Let's see how it takes me. A new feature that 2K added this year is test your potential, which allows you to be able to see how your archetype, not your archetype, but your My Player, because they ain't no more archetypes, how your My Player plays at a certain overall. At first, it seemed hard to pick, but after taking a real detailed thought about it, I said I'll do it at 99 because you can't put your stats where you want as you level up. So it would be most safest for me to do it at 99. Now we're on the last step of the demigod creation, where we focus on our badges, the most important part of our building of the demigod. For me, my main focus is shooting badges and playmaking badges, because that's where I get the most Hall of Fame badges in those categories. I get gold, up to gold badges and finishing the defense, but based on the amount of points I got for each one of the categories, I'm only limited to 1 or 2 badges in each one. So I divide them up evenly based on badges I feel will improve my defense and improve my driving, like fancy footwork, which lean towards cradles and Euro steps, and clamps, which is to improve my on-ball defense in front of the defender, and interception, which helps me play passing lanes even though it's on bronze. Better than nothing, you know. But my whole focus was to make sure my shooting badges came out to be as good as possible, almost better, even better than the sharpshooting playmaker from last year, with more boost because I have more, now I have shot creating badges on top of that. But yeah, this is probably the end of the video. I'll let it play through so y'all can see how I completely did my badges, and see you next time. Almighty TK Gaming signing out.